Hi everyone! Today we're gonna look at two important reading skills. First, interpreting graphic data. Second, distinguishing between facts and opinions. And finally, we will be looking at derivatives, which are one of the most powerful tools we can use to build our vocabulary quickly and easily. Let's start. A visual graphic or graphic aid is any image that helps the reader understand the text. They are used to clarify or support the written material they go with. Among these aids, bar graphs, line graphs, pie charts, and flow charts are the most common ones. When reading and interpreting some forms of graphic aids in your books, it's important for you to understand the key features of the data. Visual aids are designed to summarize information. Sometimes the amount of data is so large that aid is the only practical way of making the information accessible. Now, let's take a look at some guidelines to help you understand how to engage with data. First of all, read the title, because it tells you the topic. The title tells what information is being displayed. Second, look at the source. The source should be reliable and up-to-date because it explains where you found the information that is in your graph. Third, read an explanation that may be given in the visual. If there is a legend, read it as well. A legend is a small explanatory table or list of symbols that accompanies the visual aid. For example, here, each color represents a single metal type and is clearly defined in the legend on the right of the graph, so the reader knows what the graph's colors or patterns mean. If you don't find a legend, then you can determine what is being compared or measured by reading the labels. As you see here, they appear on the horizontal and vertical axis of the graph. Another important point is to determine what is being compared or measured and the units of measurement. When we refer to units, we're talking about things like percentages, dollars, millions, or other descriptors that help the reader understand what kind of information the graphs are displaying. While interpreting graphic aids, we should also look for trends or patterns. A trend is the general direction in which something is developing or changing over time. For example, there could be a steady increase or decrease in a line graph, or there could be an unusually large or small slice in a pie chart. Besides, you should determine how the graphic might clarify, illustrate, or prove a point that an author makes in a written text. And finally, decide if there are any conclusions you can draw from the graphic aids. Different types of graphs and charts display data in different ways, and some are better suited than others for different uses. Types of graphs and charts include vertical bar graph, horizontal bar graph, line graph, pie chart, and flow chart. The ability to distinguish between fact and opinion helps students develop their critical and analytical skills in both their reading and listening. Whether a statement is a fact or an opinion depends on the validity of the statement. A fact generally refers to something that is true and can be verified as such. That is, a fact is something that can be proven to be true. And facts are usually stated by using numbers, statistics, proper names, dates, true stories, and scientific results. Let's take a look at the example. More than 1 billion people are active on Facebook. This is a fact, as it can be proven by looking at Facebook's newsroom. On the other hand, an opinion refers to a personal belief. It relates to how someone feels about something. Others may agree or disagree with an opinion, but they cannot prove or disprove it. and they are usually stated by using words such as think, feel, believe, should, might, most, best, always, and never. Now look at the example. People who use Facebook must have a lot of free time. We can use must when we want to make a guess about something. This is an opinion as it expresses the writer's opinion on Facebook users. Here are other examples of facts. As you see, statistics and numbers in these sentences can be easily checked online. Look at the examples of opinions. The first one is a prediction. In the second example, we see someone's opinion on a controversial topic. When we look at the third one, again we see someone's opinion about Barack Obama. And the last sentence, women are bad drivers. Well, this is a generalization, and I'm sure many people will disagree with this statement. Derivatives are words formed from other root words, such as happiness and unhappy from happy, or classic, classify, and classification from class. They're often used to transform their root word into a different grammatical category. Prefixes and suffixes can be useful for English learners as they can help them build their vocabulary. Prefixes are word parts that are attached to the beginning of a root word. Here is a list of common prefixes. Prefixes like an, none, this, im, il, in, and ir are used to mean opposite of a word. For example, unsafe, non-stop, and dislike. Prefixes mal, miss mean wrong, bad or badly, not correctly. For example, malnutrition, mismatch, or misunderstanding. Anti or anti means against. For example, anti-aging. Pre means before, precaution or premature. Post means after, post-war or postgraduate. Inter means between, internet or intersti. Intra means within or inside, intrapersonal or intranet. Multi means many, multi-purpose. Re means again, replay, rewrite. Sub means under or below, subway, sub-zero. Semi or semi, half, that means half. Semicircle, semi-final. Out means being bigger, further or greater. Outnumber, outlive. Over means too much, oversleep is an example. Trans means across, interchange. For example, transcontinental. And under means not enough, underachieve. As for suffixes, they are attached to the end of a root word. Let's take a look at the list together. These are common ones, but the meanings of these suffixes are not limited to those given in the table. Suffixes serve a grammatical function. A suffix can indicate what part of speech to which the word belongs. Let's take a look at the examples. Performer, a person or thing that performs the action. For example, teach, teacher, invent, inventor. Ism, a particular belief or behavior. Communism or terrorism. Ist, with a particular belief, behavior, or knowledge. Feminist. Shin, referring to an action or condition, isolation or determination. Ins, referring to an action or state, dependence, reliance. Ment, referring to an action, process, or result, for example, retirement. Nis, referring to a quality or condition, kindness. Int, a person or thing, participant, inhabitant. Full, having an amount or quality, full of. Handful. Able, having a capability can be reasonable, sensible, or edible. Is having a quality full of, for example, joyous, courageous. And finally, less, without, homeless, or hopeless. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Bye.